Get
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Just I start my topic with the thing for the students as well as everybody. We must thank two people in our lives. One is we love the most is our parents or that our mother, because this is the most sacred relation. So just I just want you from your heart of heart, just say thanks to your mother, the way, and the parents, the way they have looked after us and brought us up to whatever stage we are in. And second is Dr. Bharti and the staff, the teachers. Just remember the best teacher in life, because these guys, they are the unsung heroes of any system. And I generally say is, teachers, you may not be the kings, but you're king makers. And the future of the country lies in your hands. So just think, heart of heart, say thanks to your teachers, whosoever is, you like. It doesn't have to be a school teacher or college teacher or anybody. From whomsoever you have picked up the best is there. Second is my talk generally revolves around, my main aim is now to motivate the girls to come forward, because they have already taken on the boys. They are already doing well, and they are fighter pilots now. They are in every field. They are doing extremely well. They are doing extremely well. For 70 years, we could hold them back, but then couldn't further. So most of the schools also, wherever I go, I find the girls are doing pretty good. The future is ours, and for you guys, we have 12th class students also. Ma'am, do we have plus two students also?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Few of them are there, sir.
Okay, so I'll be generally talking about the defense forces, and especially for artificial intelligence guys. You are the ones, you are just started and your college has taken a lead. So you are the early birds who are going to get the best of the praise. And along with that, you are taking a head start. The sky is yours, the world is yours, and coming years are going to belong to artificial intelligence. So we'll talk about it. Mainly, my topic is going to be around how to motivate you to, one is to join defense forces. Even if you don't want to join defense forces, there is a system of interview called services selection boards. Services selection boards is one interview which is 5 day interview. I want each one of you must attend this 5 day interview, because in these 5 days, whatsoever you will be learning, it will be of amazing help to you guys in coming years. The 5 days are the best 5 days of your life. They'll provide you the best things of life, and they will give you an outlook for your future. And they'll put you definitely into the field of competitions. End of the day, it's all competition. So my talk is mainly going to be that why should we be joining defense forces, and the eligibility criteria, and finally what all happens at the interview. Along with that, whatever opportunities come as engineers and as 12th class students, how to join NDA, how to go about doing, after engineering, or how to become a pilot, and the girls. So, end of the day, the thing is, passion can change destiny, and nothing can defeat you unless you defeat yourself. And you cannot defeat yourself, because you are the guys who are jumping into the fray of competitions. And the competition, nobody can stop you, because passion, the hard work is a must. You just can't do without hard work. And once you have taken the lead, then nobody can stop you. And hard work, you will conquer your own Everest. And then the whole thing comes out to be, how do you make your habits? Because habits, first you make your habits, and then the habits make you. You just take the word habits. If you remove H, a bit remains. If you remove A, bit remains. If you remove B, it remains. So once you make a habit, it is always part of you. And like I said, the girls are doing extremely well. So like any other student, I'll just talk about this at my experiences in life. As a young, small village boy with high aspirations, you guys can't imagine, we used to be sitting on the tarts, writing with a kalam and a takti, a wooden, plank. And on the floor, in the fields, we used to be and playing hockey. slowly and slowly dreams started coming up, and the competition was very limited. Then I got into microbiology. I did post graduation in microbiology. And after microbiology, I said, no, this is not the life I wanted to live. So I took a U turn in life. And I went in for what my passion was. I wanted to be in NDA. Then I tried for IMA. I got into Army or Air Force here. And then I became an air traffic controller. After air traffic control, I got into uh, national security guards, the black cats. After that, we were posted to Srinagar and all, running after the militants. And then I got into the selection panel of defense forces. We selected number and number of officers, the boys, the girls, as officers in Indian Air Force, Indian Army, and Indian Navy. And then slowly I came into my administration, and I retired in 2017. After 2017, I've been guiding youngsters into, personality development, and I have been a career counselor for IRA Foundation India, who conduct your Comet K exams. I was the founder member of that company, and along with that, I'm serving the veterans of defense forces presently. And like any of you boys, girls, when you say, what do you want to become in life? So I got married. So during the course of time, my daughter was born. And when my daughter was born, like any other parent, we said, what do we want to make her, a doctor or an engineer? So my wife said an engineer. And whereas my father said, no, 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 we must make her a doctor. I could make out because he's getting old, he was looking for making her a doctor. But then, as luck would have it, she did computer science engineers. She got into IBM in Bangalore. I used to go around guiding youngsters to join defense forces. And one fine day, she said, can I live my dreams? I said, why not? She said, can I make an attempt for Air Force? I said, why not? And today, she's a squadron leader in Indian Air Force. And she's married a fighter pilot who is training for Rafales. Coming days, your artificial intelligence and other things, you're all part of, Rafales and all, which are almost fifth generation aircraft. And let me tell you one thing for the girls, Rafales are just a few months away from the girls getting into defense forces, getting into air force, and as a fighter pilot. So just have your dreams, because small risk, small life, big risk, big life. I'll move on to the next one. I'll just, for the girls, I made this. Just have a look.
एक लड़की हूं मैं, धमाकों से डरना मेरी फितरत है, पटाखों से छुपना मेरी आदत है। इस तेज रफ्तार में कहीं पीछे रह जाऊंगी, आसमान की ऊंचाइयों से घबरा जाऊंगी, नौकरी का वजन कहां उठा पाऊंगी। एक लड़की हूं ना, हार मान जाऊंगी, अपनी हसरतों को मारकर एक लड़का जन्मूंगी, किसी और की खुददारी पर पल के झपकाऊंगी, बराबरी के सपने देखूंगी तो तोड़ दिए जाएंगे, ख्वाहिशों को पर लगाऊंगी तो काट दिए जाएंगे। एक लड़की ही तो हूं, वो लड़की जो घर बनाती है और घर बचाएगी।
We just can't stop the girls from moving forward now. This is the life of defense forces, guys, how they live.
Sleep well, my mother. Sleep well, my father. Another beautiful dawn is on its way. Sleep well, my sister. Sleep well, my brother. There are still stars in the sky. Sleep well, my daughter. Sleep well, my son. May all your dreams be sweet. Sleep well, my motherland. While I watch over you from far above, I will let nothing come between me and all that I love.
And then I topped off my daughter. Once she said, I want to live my own life. And then she wanted to have adventure in life, she wanted to have action in life, and this is what she's doing. Last few years she's been into skydiving, into scuba diving, she's been into parasailing. So this is one of the things I'm just showing you. She's jumping from almost 10,000 feet. This is one she's. So, my friends, my motto basically is to help you find your strengths and build your future and strive to aim higher, go further, and grow faster. The scope basic idea is to help build a good community and in turn help the nation, to motivate youngsters to serve the country and think of defense forces as a career option. My focus of the talk is going to be why should we be joining defense services, eligibility criteria, and familiarize you with the services selection board interview, which is a 5-day interview. Basic idea is, your teachers give you intellectual education, which influences your head. And what I talk of is, I generally give you value-based influence, value-based education, which will influence your heart. And heart is always a shade better than, because mind is very naughty thing. It will generally say why it cannot be done, whereas the heart just says why it can be done. Because the electromagnetic waves of the heart are 5,000 times stronger than of the mind. But true education is a mixture of both, a balance of both. These are some of the institutions in the last 2-3 years I have covered. Andhra Pradesh Pedagogy, I covered Punjab Agriculture University, Ludhiana. These are some of the Bangalore institutes. This is outdoor training we do. Reason why should you be joining defense forces? Like adventure, I've already shown you. There cannot be anything better than joining defense forces for adventure. Second is leader at a very young stage, very young age of 23 to 24 years. Now, how old are you guys? Maybe 22? I'm also the same age, maybe with 30 years of experience along with that. And you become a leader at age of 23, 22 years. You have 40 people working directly under your command. Any other organization, if you go, you take minimum 15 to 17 years to go to middle level management. Here, directly, very first day of your commission, you get commission, and then you are a leader. You are heading this 40 odd guys. Pay scale. Pay scale is almost about 8.5 lakhs per annum. And the CTC is almost 18 lakhs. The benefits, you get lots of things with subsidies. You travel all around the country. Best of the education you get is in defense forces. Clean environment, free healthcare, unimaginable. Today I'm looking after 22,000 veterans and their families who come for medical assistance to us, free of cost. Respect needs no mention. Acquiring skills, physical stamina, mental toughness, etiquettes, discipline. This is part of their life. This is way of their life. And chance to serve the country. Yes, latest technology. I've just mentioned you. We have the best of the ships. We have best of the tanks, best of the artillery. And now with Rafale coming in, we are almost a generation ahead of the other countries who are neighboring to us. Travel places, including foreign countries. And end of the day, the purpose of life is a life of purpose. How to enter defense forces? National Defense Academy, that is for 10 plus 2 students. Age is 16 and a half years to 19 and a half years. Class 12. UPSC ad comes in January and July. Combined Defense Services exam, that is for Army, Navy and Air Force again. 19 to 24 years of age. degree from or equivalent, that is yours engineering degree definitely is a part of it. And March to October, the advertisement comes. Engineering graduates for Air Force 20 to 27 years. Engineering degree in notified disciplines, March and October it comes. A word of caution, a word of advice for you is there is another scheme called Universal Entry Scheme. That is in Army. Third year of your engineering, they take your services selection board interview, and if you make it and then join after completion of your degree, you join Army, you will be paid exactly like an officer for your third full year. You'll be paid. And in Air Force Ground Duties Branch, 18 to 27 years of age, a graduate first class, postgraduate second class. This ground duties has got administration, logistics, law, air traffic controllers, fighter controllers, and there's another exam called FCAT, where short service commission for the boys, for girls. You can just join in there. And for CDSC for the girls, Army OTA also is available. And most of the courses start in January and July. For flying graduates, physics and maths is a must at 10 plus 2 level for joining NDA. For short service commission for NCC is also available in case you have NCC C certificate. These are some of the qualifications. I have just put it on CDSC. This is a UPSC exam, national level, twice a year, and you can apply online. Exam is 2 hours. English and this thing fees is 200. Generally, you'll have maths and general ability and English exam. This is NDA. You can Google it. All this information is available. It's July. We just said AFCAT for joining Air Force for the boys and the girls. For flying or any other branch, you can you have to be just a degree holder, first class, and you can appear for that exam. Now, 1st December, next advertisement will be coming. Fourth year students can definitely apply. CDSC notification will be coming on 8th November. NCC 49 special entry scheme, short service for men, for women will be coming, months it will be coming. Technical guys, you want to join Army, TS 45 and TGS 133 notification will be coming in October 2020. Just keep a lookout for that. Now, correlation of artificial intelligence with defense sector. Artificial intelligence, like I said, you guys have taken a head start. Our country is still lagging. We are still at a very nascent stage of the artificial intelligence. And science associated with high-level technology, it attempts to imitate human behavior. And in armed forces, we are planning, like other day, Chief of Defense Services said, next 2 to 3 years, we are going to induct artificial intelligence, and you are the early birds who are going to get in for that. Inescapable necessity to become a fully network-centric force. Military capabilities will be enhanced manifold once this artificial intelligence comes into picture. And application will be, we have already, advanced countries are already into unmanned aircraft flying with limited human interaction, missiles, the drones, all these will employ machine learning to recognize objects from moving or still imaginary and using that learning to develop targets. Aircraft, stealth, health status monitoring, spares requirement, everything is on its own. Robotic soldiers, you already seen Terminator, the Transformer. Nobody can tell you, better than me. All these, the tanks, everything else. But it has got its limitations also. First is key idea is to increase your speed of decision making, minimize human casualties, and enhance combat potential. The challenges in this are, data infrastructure is still at a very, very naive stage. And the cost involved is hell of a lot for our country as of now. Then man in the loophole is very, very crucial. When we come to the officer-like qualities, we'll see the legal, the moral, the ethical issues come into picture, and dealing of dynamic situation with human intelligence. Now, Once you have decided that you want to get into defense forces, what all are they looking for? Are you all getting me, ma'am? Are you getting me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes, go
sir.
ahead, sir.
Is it comfortable to
Yes.
read?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is comfortable. Go ahead.
Okay. Is it interesting also a little bit? Or maybe
Yeah, it
coming,
is.
you can make out what I'm talking of?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So now, once you appear for, like I've already shown you, for your NDA 10 plus 2. Plus 2, generally syllabus will be 10th standard and a little bit of plus 2. And general problem solving abilities or a little bit of your general awareness, English language, they'll be asking you. But because the competition, almost 5 lakh people appear, so the merit list becomes slightly competitive. So you have to start working from an early stage of 8, 9, 10 standard. And if you are into graduation, you continue working on it. Once you clear the NDA exam or CDSE or FCAT, and you are further coming for the most crucial part of Defense Forces interview system, that is called Services Selection Board interview. Here, what we look for, generally, if you have to be a leader, if you have to be a commander, if you have to be the boss, what do you expect you to have? You have to have a little bit of intelligence, communication, confidence, analytical skills, logical thinking, discipline, personality, body language, problem solving, and decision making. How do you get these qualities? Otherwise, like we are like, if I was a magician, I would have just gone on the colleges, taken out my magic wand, and said, "Okay, all the qualities out of all these boys and girls, and I'll just pick up these qualities, and job is done," which is not possible. So, how do we go about doing it? It's one of the most beautiful scientific methods of doing it. And second is, it is the easiest of the things. The easiest of the things is, I can prove it to you in coming few minutes. The easiest of the interviews and the most lively, the most beautiful interview system ever you will come across is this services selection board. So these qualities I can't find. How do we get these qualities? Now, before that, I generally talk of two things. The youngsters must know two things in life: the self-discipline. This is the most important part of our life, because without self-discipline, you will not be able to set clear goals, manage your time effectively, treat people well, persist through the tough times, take care of your health, think positive thoughts. I don't know how many of you from the younger days onwards, how many of you have written your mission statement? What do you want to do in life? Sit down, take out a piece of paper, write down what you want to become in life, and then start working backwards. That how do you reach that ambition of yours? And along with that, start visualizing. Once you start visualizing, 50% of the job is done. But nothing comes so easy. So, my dear friends, remember one thing: nothing comes easy. Somewhere or other times you will face failures. Get ready for failures. You must get used to failures, because there's not a single guy who has become great and hasn't faced any failures. The more the failures, we call it, the more the experienced guys. So get used to failures. You can only take a big leap if you take 2 to 4 steps back. So remember, failures will come, tough times will come. The only thing is, how do you persist through the tough times? It's not how you fall. What matters is, how do you get up and run again? And always have positive thoughts about that. Second is, I generally talk of ask principle. Ask is ASK. A is for attitude, S is for skill, K is for knowledge. And generally in the same sequence. You may have the best of the knowledge, but if your attitude is like this, you may not be able to take off in life. You may have the best of the skills, but if your attitude is like, you cannot, altitude will elude you always. But if you have good attitude, average, average skill, average knowledge will let you take off in life. So remember one thing: one of the most important things in life in coming days is attitude. Just keep this in mind. Now comes this at the services selection board. I have to promise you that this is one of the most beautiful things. It is the easiest thing. Now, here is a candidate. How do we find these qualities? We call them officer like qualities. These are 15 qualities. I'll just spell out quickly. 15 qualities are your effective intelligence, your reasoning ability, your planning and organization, your communication skills, your social adaptability, your cooperation, your sense of discipline, and then leadership qualities like initiative, self confidence, speed of decision, ability to influence others, cheerfulness, and then in dynamism you get determination, courage, stamina. How do I get these qualities out of you? And I don't have a magic wand, I told you. So there is a three-pronged approach. One candidate, three people, test them from different direction for all these 15 qualities. The three-pronged approach is Mansa Vacha Karmana. That is mind, speech, action. Being tested by the psychologist, by the interviewing officer, and the group testing officer. The psychologist will test you for 15 qualities from one direction by one set of battery of tests. Interviewing officer will interview you, finding out the 15 qualities, and the load testing officer will take you outdoors, will give you see you in action, and then these three guys subsequently, in their own way, they will find out your qualities, and then end of the day they will discuss. Okay, I'll just show you one more video. This is how a fighter pilot goes through. Yeah, man, generally give us, some poet said that he who doesn't feel handsome in his 20s, strong in his 30s, rich in his 40s, and wise in his 50s can never be handsome, strong, rich, or wise in his life. So, decision is yours. And the best decision is you're already 20 years plus, take your own decisions. Do not go on in anything else because I said small risk, small life, big risk, big life. Here comes this. Once you go to the services selection board after clearing your NDA or IMA or FCAT exam or NCC Direct, you'll be taken to the services selection board centers. There are different places like Mysore, Bangalore, Varanasi, Gandhinagar, Dehradun, Kapurthala, different Allahabad. So you'll be sent there. What happens once you reach there? They will make you fill up some forms and all, and then when first day number of people go there, they carry out a screening test. This is called PPDT, picture perception and description test. Like I already promised you that this interview system is one of the easiest of the interview systems where you do not have to know anything. I'm going to prove it now onwards. It is a screening test where a picture is shown to you. The picture is shown to you for 30 seconds. Once you see a picture, you see something immediately, you perceive something. And whom do you see first? Whether male, female, how many people, what could be their age, what could be their mood. And then, if you see a picture, immediately a story comes that what could be the past, what is happening now, presently, and what could be the future. So, I give you some time to write a story on it. Once you write a story, then I make you like these 15 odd guys will be sitting there in batches. So 15 guys, I will take back the story, and then everybody has perceived the picture in a different way because the picture is vague. Everybody has thought of his own story. And now I will ask you to discuss the same amongst yours 15 guys and come to one consensus and tell me what is the best solution you guys have come out. Once you have done that, and along with that, we have taken one officer intelligent rating test, OIR we call it, which is a multi-choice, small, very very easy day-to-day life, test. After that, we screen you based on your story, based on your OIR, based on your discussion. All those people who do not make it will be sent back to the railway station or dropped back at the railway station. Rest of the guys will be staying for next 5 days for a full set of interview. What happens at the interview? Like for PPT and group discussion, and then you'll be sitting like this. You'll be given chest numbers. You'll be sitting in a semicircle, and there nobody addresses each other by name. You'll be addressing each other by the chest numbers only. Now, you want to have a look at the picture, whatever picture it could be, or what could be the thought processes coming of different people, how could they be seeing different pictures. I'll just show you one picture, some of you might have seen it, but then this is how it looks sometimes. They just have picked up a psychology picture. Now, in this, what do you see? I'll just show you for 10 seconds.
Hello. 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 Network is there, no?
Hello, ma'am. Is there any problem with the presentation?
Yeah, participants, just hold on for some time. I think there is a network issue on the other side. Uh, he'll be back by another 2-3 minutes, okay? Please have patience.
ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Dear participants, you can fill the feedback
Meanwhile, sir is trying to connect it. He'll be connecting it shortly. The feedback link is been shared in the chat box.
Is it get? Are you getting it now? Are you getting it, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's audible, sir.
And
Screen is not shared, sir.
screen is not shared. Is it shared?
Yeah, yeah. Now it is visible, sir.
Okay.
Stopping with this.
Sorry, my dear friends, I'm slightly poor in technology. Maybe I just couldn't make out where I was, and I couldn't make out. I've gone off the air. I continued. I was speaking for 10 minutes, so just hold on. Let me have a sip. Okay, we were at once you are screened. Once you are screened, then people who stay back will be taken for the next battery of tests called psychology test, group testing officers test, and interviewing officers test. The first is psychology test. Like in between, I said is these are the easiest of the tasks. First PPDT screening test was easy, isn't it? Now is the psychology test. Psychology test consists of thematic perception test, word association test, situation reaction test, and self description. Ma'am, this was not covered, na? Hello.
No, sir. No, sir. It was not covered.
So thematic A perception test is like PPDT, a picture will be shown to you, but this time the picture will be quite clear. It will be shown to you for 30 seconds, and 4.5 minutes you'll be writing a story. What was the past, what is happening now, what could be the future. And interesting part is you'll be shown 12 pictures like this, one after the other. 30 seconds you watch, 4.5 minutes you write. And more interesting is the 12th picture is totally blank. Whatsoever you want to write, you write. And next is word association test. I'll show you a word on a screen for 10 seconds, and next 20 seconds you have to write a sentence on it. I'll show you another word, a sentence on it. I'll show you 60 words, and in 30 minutes you have to write those 60 sentences. Then is situation reaction test. Situation reaction test is I'll give you a situation on a piece of on the booklet. You have to write a solution in it. I'll show you 10 seconds you will take to read the situation, and 20 seconds you'll be writing a solution. So 60 situations I'll give you, 30 minutes you have to complete that. And then self-description. Self-description is what is the opinion of your parents about you, what is the opinion of your teachers about you, what is the opinion of your friends about you, and what is your own opinion about yourself. With this, the psychology test comes to an end. Isn't it easy? You want to have a look how it looks like? I'll show you. Here it is. Just a picture is shown to you. You have to just think what this guy is thinking presently, what could be his past, and what will be his future. 4.5 minutes you'll be given to write a story on it. Like this, there'll be 11 pictures, and the 12th will be blank. The words, which are day to day, very, very easy words, will be coming one after the other. Situation reaction. Situations, small, simple situations will be given to you, like his neighboring house catches fire at midnight at a time when he was to hospitalize his mother. He would, whatsoever you want to say, just see some of the situations I have given you. Then self description. Self description is your opinion of your parents, of your teachers, of your friends, and your own opinion about yourself. With this, we come to the end of psychology test, and then next set is called group task. Group task is group testing officer, who is a separate officer taking the test, and it'll be a battery of 9 tests. They are indoor tests, there'll be outdoor tests. Indoors are group discussion. You'll be divided into batches of 10 each, and these 10 will be called a group. So in that 10, you'll be made a group, then you'll be made to sit in a semicircle indoors. You'll be given group discussion. Two topics will be given to you. First, you will decide which topic do you want to select, and you will discuss it for 15 to 20 minutes. And then after that, group testing officer gives you a topic. Then you'll be discussing that topic for 15 to 20 minutes. The topic will be as simple as you discuss over a cup of tea in your school, college, or hostel, or with your friends. Then second task is called group planning exercise. The military planning. Military planning is I'll show you a model, I'll describe you the model, and then I'll give you a story where all 10 of you are going from one place to another without your mobiles and all. And you get isolated at a deserted place, and then some problems come up with you. How do you resolve those problems and carry on with your further task? Like, you want to have a look how it looks like? This is a model which will be, place called Purva, Manjve, Saidpur village. Direction is shown as north there. Scale is shown. So there's a railway track. You're going and close to Brick Kiln. There's some problem comes up. How do you resolve those problems? And then get back home or reach wheresoever you have to reach. Then is further group tasks are progressive group tasks. These are outdoors tasks. Group obstacle race, half group task, and command task. Progressive group task is a task which is outdoors. There are start line, there is a finish line on the ground. There'll be some structures, wooden structures in between. You'll have a helping material. All 10 of you will have a helping material like a plank, a bully, a rope, A load is given to just you make tasks interesting, and you will be crossing the stages from one to second to third to fourth. The initial stages are slightly easy. The later stages are more and more difficult. The way we live our life. So this task is 45 minutes, and promise you will be living a life time of yours when you do these tasks. You will exactly do the way you have done in these last 22 years. This is one of the most interesting tasks. But here you'll have rules, regulations, and then if you break rules, what could be the penalty? It's the most interesting task in the progress in group testing. Then is group obstacle race. One of the fantastic things which happens is now you 10 of you. Earlier you were competing with yourself amongst yourself. Now you will be competing with the other groups. You'll be all made to stand in a different groups, and then you will be given some rules and regulations. Now you 10 will be competing against the rest of the three or four groups and try to come first. Here you are competing in till progressive group tasks, you are competing with each other. Here you will sacrifice your own motive and you will sacrifice everything for the purpose of win of the group. This is what we teach the corporate groups when we go, that how the task of the organization, how beautifully, how important it is. That is the group obstacle race. Then half group task. Half group task is like a progressive group task. Because there are 10 guys working, sometimes we feel it is too dense. So divide the group into two. And the same task, one task will be done by one after the other, the same group. And a command task is given to you. Command task is you are made a commander. Each one of you will be made a commander. You will be given helpers, you will be given helping material, and you have to take a decision. You have to plan, you have to organize how to do the task on the field. You want to look, have a look how these tasks look like? I'll show you. This is a start line and the finish line in between structures. Initial tasks are easy. Progressive group task 1, progressive group task 2. Then slightly more difficult, progressive group task 3 and 4. There'll be different types of structures.
Sir, can you
Yes.
share? Can you share the screen? Screen is not shared.
It is being shared, ma'am.
No, sir.
Can any others can see or no?
So it is visible minimized, sir. Another person is sharing the screen actually, sir.
Your screen is still visible to others.
The screen is minimized, sir.
Okay. Is it full? No.
So there is an orange play button in the bottom right side.
Say again. Okay, one
There is
second.
orange play button in the right side, lower right side.
Say again. Is it coming? No. Where is it?
So the orange play button, sir, right in the bottom right side, sir. Above that, sir.
Where?
Near to that, sir. Yeah, near to that.
Say again. Here.
Yeah, that orange color with that white triangle in it, sir.
This one. This is Java
No,
update.
above that, sir. The panel above that. That orange color with the white, exactly, sir. Yeah.
Just one second. हाँ जी. किस पे है? कौन सा वाला होता है? हम्म? हाँ. तो स्लाइड शो आ गया. Hmm? Uh, mm, yeah. Okay. Okay. Is it okay now? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is it okay?
So still yet the screen is not shared, sir. It's in a minimal form. I think you need to go.
Which one?
This should be chosen. Sir, instead of choosing your entire screen, can you choose a window with your slideshow?
1 second.
Present now.
Here.
Yeah, present now. A
I
window.
can. It's okay.
No,
Is
sir,
it
not
okay now?
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
minimal only.
So then on the field, how these group tasks look like? This is how it looks like. There are wooden structures. They'll be. This is how these guys will be working on it. You can see uh, the planks. They're forming the bridges. There'll be rules and regulations. The red is not to be touched. If you jump or if anybody breaks a rule, will come back to the start line of that particular stage. So it's one of the most interesting tasks you'll have. Then this is half group task. There's a start line in the red color, finish line in between structures. There's a bully, there's a plank, there's a rope and load. You'll be crossing that, making use of those things. Command task, like I've just made it a, the red circle, bigger circle, inside there's a ground, there's a small circle inside, there's a bomb lying there. The ground cannot be touched. You have a bully, a plank and a rope. How do you take out the bomb, which is about 15 kgs or 20 kgs heavy? How do you take it out without touching the ground? Because if it touches the ground, it explodes. And then next task is lecturate. Lecturate is where, you know, you'll be given four topics. You have to select one and then speak, prepare it for 3 minutes and then speak on it for 3 minutes to your group of 10 people or 9 people, rest of the guys. Individual obstacles, there are 10 obstacles which are long jump, small rope climbing, jumping from one platform to another, going through a tire, commando walk. So these individual obstacles are numbered from 1 to 10. The number of obstacles you do in 3 minutes, you will get those many points. And then the final group task. Final group task is where all 10 of you were doing initially indoor tasks and subsequently outdoors, sometimes half group, sometimes individually. Now you all 10 will be together. You'll be given one task where you'll have a start line, you'll have a finish line. In between, there'll be structures. You have to go from one place to another, following all the rules. And then the task is slightly will have obstacles, frustrating sort of task. The way our life comes in is after, like, once you are in fourth year, it starts becoming slightly more frustrating. You have put in so much of effort, the jobs are not coming, the COVID thing has come up, the uh, it's almost troubling everybody. So different obstacles keep coming in life. So this task is also that everything you have learned, but still the result, the solution also, but final results are not coming through. But slowly and slowly, if you persist, if you continue with it, it comes, and that has a group. And then the group testing officer will brief you. He will brief you on, debrief you on whatsoever you have done till now. And then your task is over, and group testing officer will go back and do his assessment. Then the third person who does is the interview. The interview assesses the personal suitability of the candidate through general questions in a very, very relaxed manner. for 45 minutes to 1 hour. In general, he'll be talking to you about your background. Background is what place you come from, what are your parents doing, what are your friends and all their what type of upbringing you had, what is the in general your lifestyle at a younger stage. Then your academics, how have you performed academically, your games, and about your teachers, about your friends, the hobbies you pursue, your strengths, your weaknesses, general awareness, the problem solving abilities. Generally, he'll ask you the questions. You have filled up a personal information question paper at the beginning. So you have given all your strong points, your weaknesses, whatsoever you have talked of your, educational qualifications, how many times you have appeared, what all your strong points, what are your weak points. And in general, the interviewing officer will be talking to you about that and little bit of easy, in a friendly manner, the problem solving abilities of yours. But let me tell you one thing, all these 5 days, you will not be asked anything. You will not be asked anything which you do not know. The moment we come to know the candidate doesn't know this particular thing, we will not, or you will not be asked that same thing again. What happens in other exams is we try to find out that what all you don't know. You keep cramming, you keep, cramming everything and then just rattle out the moment you see a question. No. Here we just see that what you have learned in last 22 years and what is your background and present situation, where do you stand. And after seeing that, we try and find out that with the interview or with the training, with the number of months or years you are having training, where will you be after the training. With this, the PPDT, the screening test is over, your psychology test is over, your group testing is over, your interview is over. And then after that will be the conference. After everything is finished, the three assessors in their own time, they will assess, put your assessments, converting your personality into numbers, and then there'll be a conference where you'll be called one after the other to just to have a final look at the candidate. The assessors will discuss their candidate's performance and take a final decision. And then the results will be declared. One officer will come and he'll declare the results. All those people who stay back will be staying back for filling up some forms and all, and then they'll be detailed for the medicals. Rest of the people will be dropped back at the railway station. With this, I have finished my part of the presentation. I am available for any queries you have.
Participants, do you have any questions to be asked? Sir is here to answer. Please, if you have any questions.
Ask me questions because it's better to be a fool for 5 minutes than to be a fool for lifetime. So ask me anything you feel like. Miss Mania Sood, any questions? What generally I say is at the end of the day, your life is like a movie. When we are reaching our end, you look back like a movie and like a flashback. Only thing is, it should be worth
Exactly.
watching. So I advise is whenever you are alone, have a control on your thoughts, and whenever you are with people, have a control on your tongue. And read every day, read something which nobody else is reading. Think which nobody else is thinking. And along with that, I just want to say is write down your mission statements. Write down what do you want to do in life. If you have a target only, then you'll be able to follow that. Max, what will happen if there'll be a failure? So what? You take a U-turn, change it.
So there are some questions on the chat that are sent by the participants.
Yeah,
Uh,
ma'am.
Reading out the questions, so can you please address those questions?
What is it?
Yeah, Rishikesh R has asked you a question. What's your perspective on the aerospace aspect of defense?
Aerospace has picked up in a very, very big way in Air Force, and it has got a very big future. And we have a big center at Bangalore also. If you have to decide, Air Force is the place for aerospace, and we are the most advanced in this aspect.
The next question to be taken up by is Vikas Uncle, who has sent a question. Are there any opportunities for a civilian to work or be a part of army?
Yes, ma'am, we have civilians, but not in the capacity of fighting forces. But we have about 20-25% civilians in our administrative branch and other things, or accountancy everywhere. We do have a number of civilians are there. And in DRDO, we have psychologists who select with us, along with us. We are group testing officers, we are interviewing officers, but our psychologists, some of them are civilian psychologists from DRDO. That is called DIPR. Ms. Mania Sood has asked, she's asked, recently government has announced permanent mission for girls.
Yeah, can we have some glimpses of it? Like
No,
how?
I have been promoting girls, and it's just a matter of time. Let me tell you, it's just a matter of time. First is the biggest achievement. You guys are going to be flying Rafales in coming months, not years, maybe a year or so. So what else can I say? Once I spend so much of money on you, will I let you go? It's just a matter of time. All those short service commission girls most likely will continue and get into permanent commission. My personal perspective, rest all depends on the government, but as of now this particular government has been very strongly professing that all those short service commission girls and boys, especially girls, are they must be given permanent commission, and absolutely fantastic. My dear friends, I can tell you one thing: we live only once. So, you know, it's absolutely fantastic life. I lived for 34 years like a prince. I started from a small village with very, very small dreams. I could never imagine, I could never imagine today I'm sitting in Bangalore giving all over the country lectures. I didn't know ABC of English. I didn't know Hindi. I was a total Punjabi guy. From there, straightway into English, and then my Indian Air Force, the way they brought me up and they put me in this platform where today I'm talking to you, to one of the elite, to the most, our hope is you guys. I'm just doing all this so that I can pass on the baton, even if one guy gets impressed and wants to do good in life. Absolutely fantastic. I don't say join defense forces only, but if you have to be in this country, the best of the friends, we have it. The trust is here. The integrity is quite highly here. The loyalty factor, the honesty factor are fairly high here. And your lifestyles, your children, everybody else, they all are disciplined, and they generally, you would have seen, they do well in life. What else?
So there's a question from Adrian P. Isaac. Are there opportunities for scientific or engineering research in the army on the research side?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We have our number of institutions where you perform well. Like, I have a very, very strong thing is, you people are the first ones who are into artificial intelligence. I talk When I joined the Air Force in 1981, 82. One I don't know, pilot officer Desh Pandey, he was into computers. He was my roommate. He used to talk so much about computers, and I used to go to sleep. I didn't know that today I won't know how to make it full screen also. And that guy is a wizard today. He's a master on DIPR, where with ISRO and others. He's so all these DRDO everywhere else you can go and you can do your research work. Absolutely, there's no problem. We do promote. We have AST here, Bangalore, where all the test pilots, all the best of the people are put in there, and you try out every type of aircraft. Same is the way with Army. Same is the case with Navy. Lots of research is being done. Otherwise, you will be attached to those particular organizations.
So next question is by Vidya. She's asking you a question. Somebody who is not physically fit according to the standards which the defense puts on, are there any chances of getting an opportunity or a job in the defense?
We
If
will make you fit. Fitness is the most trainable thing. If you have up there brains, rest all we look after.
and any other privileges that an NCC cadet gets or a
Ma'am,
could.
NCC, see, two privileges are there. One is if you are NCCC certificate, you don't have to appear for the written exam. And second part is when you come for the interview, if you have already, tried out NCC, if you have been into this, back of my mind is always there. This guy is keen, and I definitely like to pick up a more motivated guy than somebody who's not at all, who has just landed there by chance. So I know that he has been pursuing it, and if he has it in him, I give him a little bit of a preference. I'll definitely give him. Am
Yes.
I
Any
am
more
I clear?
questions? Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Any more questions from the participants who can directly interact with sir?
Please ask me anything you feel like. Any questions, any doubts you have. If I don't know, I'll tell you also. I may not know. I've been out of this system for some time, but then I'll definitely come back to you. Please ask me anything. Like when I said, think about something that nobody else is thinking. How many of you know that do the
There's a
ants?
question. There's a question from Mani.
Yes.
So, if artificial intelligence is yet to come, should I still join the forces?
Uh, the choice is yours, absolutely, because you only live once. You must have your own choice. But from my experience, I can tell you, my friends they did microbiology in 1980. Microbiology was one of the best subjects to pick up, and it had a great future. But I can promise I took a U-turn. I joined in Air Force. This was one of the best things to have happened to me. And I request, yes, if you're lucky enough in artificial intelligence, even in the artificial intelligence, rest of the world is also pretty distant dream. Things are coming up, but then when we say social factor, the ethical factors and all, still it's a question mark. But if you are in India, I promise defense services are one of the best organization to be in. Defense services, one of the best organization to be in. Now you get paid also quite well. I retired. I joined at the basic of 730 rupees. 730 rupees basic. I joined in 1981 and I retired getting an amount of 2,12,000 rupees when I retired. Today I get a pension of 1 lakh rupees. And along with that, they gave me 1 CR at the retirement. What else can I get in a country like ours? What else do you want? My elder daughter, she's a squad leader. She's a technical girl. Her husband is a fighter pilot. My younger daughter is in passage. She's doing extremely well. So I feel, you live only once, so live it like a prince, live it like a king.
So there's another question from Kalpana. What is the age limit?
Kalpana, what is your age? Sorry asking you, but then a young girl, I can definitely ask her. Age limit is what is her qualification, ma'am?
38.
Oh, no, Kalpana, you missed the bus for live your other dreams. Dream well. Do there are enough, things to do. These guys are asking for one is unmarried girls and second is age maximum is about 27 years.
Sir, another question from Vikas K. Uncle asking that if one wishes his or her kid to join defense forces, what best a parent can do?
Parenting is give your child the liberty to live his own life. Don't impose your dreams onto your child. Parenting, both the parents must be together. All they should understanding parents. If parents are good with each other, generally your child will be good. Then don't superimpose or don't totally impose your things onto that. Change with the times. Times are changing. I cannot say that my parent did to me, so I'll do the same thing to my children. With times, you must change. And from very first day, I promise, my dear friends, when I say at SSP, I am not interested in seeing your marks, that your schools and other certificates are there. I just see your personality. I just see how you have been brought up. I just see what is in your subconscious level. I just see that what is your past, and if you do not change drastically, you will do the same things in future. So what your past is very, very important. So if you bring up your child decently, he will have all the rights by defense forces. He will be one of the best in the world as such.
Sir, Adrian is asking you to share some experiences while you worked on the field.
Uh, I said, like, I was a small time boy in a small village, and from there I had dreams, but I never ever imagined I'll live a life like this. And once I got into, first time when I came to, I joined in Air Force. Basically, I wanted to shake hands with a fighter pilot. And you'll be surprised to know that last chief of the air staff, H. Marshal Dhanova, was a very, very personal friend. Where all 34 years of experience we used to share every alternate day or wherever he used to go. I used to go around with him. And I was posted at Srinagar. Srinagar was a place which was totally infiltrated by the or surrounded by militants around, and I was given the task of saving the airfield from all those guys. So whole nights we used to be running after the militants, and they used to be shit scared of this guy landing up, and maybe we never knew what fear is, because we used to say fear is what? Fear is false evidence appearing real, nothing else. Just wheresoever is fear, you just go into that, and you do not know what fear is. And don't go for any money, don't go for any high thing. Just live your decent life. Absolutely, things will be in your, a small thing like I came here as a youngster of 26 years, Bangalore first time from a village to Bangalore. I said, I want to, ever I want to have a house, I must have it in Bangalore. I didn't know that I'll be heard. And today I'm here in last 10 years, I made a flat of my own. So have visualize yourself, have big dreams, and law of attraction works. So whatsoever good thing you can ask, keep asking, keep following that. I promise it will come to you. It will be just at your feet. And then you'll wonder, why didn't I ask something else? But be content.
So the last question that we could take up for the session is there opportunity for PhD students in research and development? If so, what the fields are open for?
No, ma'am. With us, it is not there. DRDO and others, ARD and all, they do it. We have, there's nothing like PhD. If age permitting, I will still suggest if he has a good job, good enough. Otherwise, my pay scales are pretty good. And, if he's 30, 27 and below, he can make an attempt for administrative branch also. They have air traffic controllers and all. Suddenly, like I from total bacterias and E. coli and others, I suddenly took a turn and I was into air traffic controller, and I've flown about 7 8 types of aircraft I've flown in, and it was a totally different world till 6 months back. I had not got into a AC first class, but 5 days I flew in four different types of aircraft. So this life is a totally different life. Absolutely, you must make an attempt. I say this is one of the wonderful lives, and there's nothing like it. People are dying outside also. In our, I keep meeting all colleges and all technical branch also in our these corporate or big these IT firms and all also. People are having their own issues and very very big issues, and happiness is we guys are still happier. You'll generally find one of the qualities we look forward is cheerfulness. So most of the Fauji's you'll find, even if in tough times, they are generally happy. And what else do you want in life? It's a very, very short time, like a blink, it passes through. Like you just hold on to the sand. How long can you hold on? It withers away. So by the time you wink, the days are gone. So PhD also join in with us. Any more?
Sir, I think more questions are there from the participants. I think we can conclude the session. So thank you for your valuable time.
I'll just take 45 seconds, ma'am.
Yeah.
Friends, I just have a small request now because the youth is there, the future is there. My personal request is you be good human beings. Just follow, give way to elders and children or women whenever you are, walking around. If a lady is close to you, she is to enter, hold the door for her till the time she goes past it. Wish the elders first, whereas there's no harm in that. In general, even eating also, use table manners. It'll help you in long way because we are in a global village now. And respect ladies, even at the lift, elevators, everywhere else. Do not rush. Give way. Getting into the bus. Do not push the ladies or the elderlies. And keep your house, keep your room, keep your workplace very, very organized. Wherever you go, follow the rules. Whenever you are sitting, sit in a decent posture. While driving, please follow the rules. And a piece of advice everybody has been telling you, so I also say so. Avoid using too much of mobile. As long as it's helpful, you take the help, but otherwise avoid it. Keep your surroundings clean. Swachh Bharat, when we say use it, and avoid using plastic. Coming years are going to be very, very tough on us on electricity and especially water. Conserve water. And then my final request is our country, the world is passing through a very, very tough phase. So please maintain social distancing. Make sure you are safe, your parents are still safe, your friends are safe. Use your mask, use your sanitizer, social distancing. And then coming days, touch the sky with glory. I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. God bless you all. Yes, ma'am, you can go ahead.
Sir, I would like to conclude the session by thanking you for your valuable time, sharing your experiences, and throwing light on the defense services. And I also thank all the participants for their patient hearing and their time that is spent on this webinar. We would like to hear more from you, from your feedback for the next feature talk that is going to appear on this from this Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, BMS IT&M. Thank you, participants, and we wish you, Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning wishes you uh, stay safe and be healthy. Thank you, participants. Thank
God
you.
bless you all, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Dear participants, please give your feedback. Your certificates will be in your mailbox within a couple of days. Thank you, sir.
All the best, ma'am.
Yes, yes, thank you. They are not living. We shouldn't be living. They are not.